Today I would like to share with you something that maybe you have forgotten. Maybe that many generations ago somebody in your family knew about it. Maybe something that your culture, your nation do not remember anymore. We all come from the same source, from the same place, from the same blueprint. And somehow in time we discovered that in the locations we were living, in the ages and times, with the challenges we had to deal with, we had to design our own life in a unique way, create our own unique culture, belief system. Every nation, every community has its own history, its own uniqueness, its own edge and challenges. Therefore, different systems are necessary. Different belief systems, different systems of values, different systems of culture, of costumes. Because at the end of the day, the main point is that you can evolve as an individual and collective, and there is always the next level of progress in your own personal growth. Now, if you have certain level of resonance with what I'm saying, then you will understand that there is today an urgent call for you to remember where you are coming from, beyond the differences, beyond the edges, beyond the systems, beyond the traditions, to find out where you really come from. And to help you in that journey, I have prepared for you a short version of a universal journey based on nature principles and geometry, a geometry code, pure geometry, that will show you how we all, from all nations and colors, belief systems, systems of knowledge and philosophies, from all forms of life, we come together from the same source. And this is a journey dedicated to enhance consciousness, awareness, dedicated to explore multidimensional awareness, to explore the nature of time and human history, to enhance your ability to connect, to be empathic, to enhance your perception and your clarity. So if you would like to join me into this journey, you are kindly welcome. There are going to be mastermind programs, training programs, exploration programs. The main goal at the end is to bring you by a number of skills and capacity that you will need in the journey that is coming ahead. And very important, a process of learning, going inwards, that will help you remember where you really come from. For the time when I was a child, I grew up in the middle of different perceptions of life. My parents were scientists, academics. My grandfather was a business person. My grandmothers were connected to the heart, to more of the belief. And also, my families were diverse in business, in science, in social engagement, in different ways and paths of life. It was so diverse that it was not so easy for me to decide what I would like to do and what path to take. Yet I found my way as a child in ICT, development, information technology, software programming, data-driven tools, design of algorithms and systems, which is actually what I do today. And in that journey, I was discovering something tremendously important, and it's the concept of human computing and proto-computing. Human computing means that your human brain, or your heart, your body intelligence, are able to process complex information. And in order to do that, you can help yourself with simple tools. It could be a geometrical structure, it could be a simple tool like the abacus, or a way to make notes, or designs, or patterns that can certainly help you to improve your capacity of processing information. Proto-computing tools are very ancient tools that were very simple, helping humans to utilize human computing capabilities. Well, this is extremely interesting because when you study pure geometry and you study the geometry utilized by ancient cultures and civilizations, and you realize that those nature principles utilized in the past by those ancient cultures and civilizations that help them to grow and evolve, to develop unique technology, utilize holistic systems and belief systems, all of this knowledge that they developed, that uniqueness that belonged to the time and the place and the region they were living in, is based on mathematics, the mathematics of nature. Yet, each of these civilizations I discover in time will utilize a different algorithm, different patterns, different forms of integrating nature principles. And based on that design, they will develop the civilizations, the systems of belief, the systems of knowledge and technology. Obviously, if you will have 12 different paths in front of you, you will choose one of them. Then you continue developing through it a complete new advanced civilization. Maybe some ancient cultures and civilizations utilize a combination of 3-4 paths in a special sequence using a special algorithm, a special design. The conclusions of my research have been that certainly ancient cultures and civilizations did have a knowledge, a very specific knowledge of the mathematics of nature and the principles that can be communicated through that math, the life principles, and how to combine them in a special way, let's say using algorithms, so that they can build with them as an engine a new culture and civilization. Remember that an algorithm is nothing else but a sequence of steps necessary to achieve an outcome. And that could be for anything. It could be what do you do to wear your clothes in the morning, what do you do to prepare yourself to go to sleep, the steps you do before you sit in the desk to turn on your computer and start writing on it. Every sequence of steps that you can repeat many times, obtaining a similar outcome, can be described as an algorithm. So they use those algorithms, and humans use those algorithms for many things. And let's say that those algorithms in ancient times were using nature principles and mathematics, geometrical patterns, encoded language, symbolic language, ciphers were used to create systems that were good for living. Philosophy systems, scientific models, social systems, and education, principles for the development of leaders. You name it. Well, the interesting thing is that when you dive deeper into these mathematics, you will find the same patterns and principles behind every major religion in the world, every major civilization and culture, belief system and tradition. It means that we're actually utilizing the same core knowledge that is expressed through a particular algorithm that's designed for a particular group of people. And if you wonder why it's in that way, well, I will tell you that we are diverse and we change in time. And if we evolve, we may need different type of algorithms and systems along our journey of development. Yet, we humans are not exactly fond from change, and we like stability when things stay with us always in the same way. Yet, this is exactly the question. How can you hold on your own nature of growing, of changing, at the same time create stable conditions for living? How can you ensure better conditions for living without losing the ability to change? And I think this is our call. But if we forget where we come from, that the original knowledge that we use was the same by all ancient cultures and civilizations and have been creating the differences that we have today, then the question is there if those differences could be seen from a different perspective and we could go through them deeper beyond history to discover that we all share the same source knowledge, cultures, and principles. Obviously, this knowledge will require from all of us to look beyond to what we consider that is different between each other. And by looking beyond, by doing an effort to look to the potential of humanity that is more than our differences, to the potential that diversity can bring into the world of unity, of peace, of harmony, of an advanced civilization, of collaboration, of co-creation, then we will need to be ready to let go from structures, belief systems, scientific models, philosophy systems, social systems, constructs that are actually hindering, limiting, obstructing the human potential, the possibility of humanity to go beyond its differences and find in their individual uniqueness, in the collective uniqueness, in the diversity of individuals and collectives, peace, harmony, and advanced civilization and development, wealth, progress, freedom. If that is possible, but will require of conscious effort, would you do the step to start the journey? When you are looking at your life today and you're thinking that maybe there are challenges that are coming in the future for you, and you realize that actually what you need is to grow, that's the best investment you can do, and you wonder which direction you are going to go. And I have been probably every 3 months in that place. Every 3 months I try to review the journey ahead, and when the season change comes, also try to explore a new possibility, how and where we can grow further. So in this journey, the last season, I've been exploring fractal time and how can I improve rhythms and a system of managing time and process in my daily life, including the whole day of activities. And it has helped me a lot. It has helped me a lot. It has been a powerful transformation process. I will share more with you in another video very soon on the outcome, which I am so happy for it. But there has been another topic for me this time, and it is what is necessary for all of us humans to come together and understand from an inner perspective that we are all brothers and sisters. And I started from teaching and learning how to improve my communication and share with my network, my audience, my customers, a powerful breathing technique that is based on using body awareness, positive emotions, understanding the life cycle, connecting to our inner source of power. And this connection has been helping me and many of my students and customers for so many years already. And it helps me really to increase the quantity and quality of energy that you have for your day to achieve your goals, to improve your buffer, to process faster any shock or challenge that you may have along the day, which is already a lot. And there are so many benefits that you can read, on my website about this special breathing technique. But I realized that that's certainly in our day not enough. In our day, in our life, where we are today as a civilization globally, there are many new challenges like the reduced attention span of people, the increase of anxiety and aggressivity, frustration, fear, confusion. And on top of that, we have all of these transitions happening. Transitions in the economy, with a digital economy, transitions in circularity, with new policy, transition in energy and transportation, transition in water and air. There are so many transitions happening, and if you consider all of these transitions, including emerging technologies, then you think, okay, we need something else to ensure that the future will be ethical, that the future will be fair and supportive for the diversity of people we have on the planet. But it requires, obviously, of an agreement, of a collective effort. Everybody would like to contribute and participate. It requires of change, of perception, of probably belief systems. And this is exactly what we have been working on. How can we utilize consciousness, multidimensional awareness, and perception so that we can enhance our opportunity to create a new life journey? Join me in this exploration to enhance consciousness and awareness and presence, and explore with me together ancient cultures and civilizations and the story, the journey. How can we discover that we all come from the same source? We all come from the same origin, and we all bring within ourselves and our cultural legacy the same knowledge, the same system of beliefs, the same system of knowledge. So explore with me this, join the journey, participate in a webinar, in a mastermind program, in a training coaching program. I will be glad to welcome you in our community.